using lesser components or using less number of components. How to design triangular waveform generator? How to design triangular waveform generator? Let us assume if you have a less number of components, if you want to design your triangular waveform generator means, first you need to use Schmitt trigger. The Schmitt trigger output is connecting to the next to op-amp inverter. Sorry, next to op-amp. The Schmitt trigger output is connecting to inverting input terminal of another op-amp. Inverting input terminal of another op-amp. Now we need to design the circuit for triangular waveform generator with the help of Schmitt trigger. Yeah. We need to draw the diagram for the triangular waveform generator. This is a voltage divider. This is the op-amp to this is connecting to ground. This is the inverting terminal. This is the non-inverting terminal. Inverting, non-inverting. Here we have a capacitor. We need to connect a capacitor here. We need to connect this to voltage divider. So this is the Schmitt trigger. This is the Schmitt trigger. Trigger. So here you are getting output, that is, let us assume V naught dash. Okay. This is the R1 resistor, or resistor R1, R2, R3, assume that this is the P, node P. This is the amplifier 1, A1. This is the A2. With the capacitor C. Here you are getting V naught. Here I am writing output is a square wave plus V saturation to minus V saturation. You need to remember, I don't want to write here. Okay, here you are getting triangular wave. Okay, plus V ramp to minus V ramp. So So compared to previous diagram, just you need to see here. Here we have a less number of components. Here we have a less number of components. In the previous diagram, we have here one more resistor. Here also we have a resistor in the previous diagram, and here we have a some load. We have in the previous diagram. Here we have a compensating resistor is connecting to the non-inverting input terminal of amplifier 2. Here we have in the previous diagram, in the previous triangular waveform generator, here we have a compensating resistor. Here we have a feedback resistor. Then here also we have feedback resistor in the previous diagram. Here we have one capacitor. Capacitor and resistor is connecting to the inverting input terminal of the amplifier A1. In the amplifier A2, we have one feedback resistor across the capacitor, and for non-inverting input terminal of A2, we have a compensating resistor also. You need to remember. So we are eliminating those components. Okay. So then we are designing here the triangular waveform generator with the help of a less number of components. So here we are using Schmitt trigger. Schmitt trigger output is connecting to the input of non-inverting input terminal of A2. Okay. Now we need to draw here the output waveform or expected waveform. We need to see the expected waveform. You need to take 2 full cycles. This is the 1 full cycle. Next, one more full cycle you need to take here. You take 2 full cycles. Okay. So this is the output where we will get it from Schmitt trigger output knob. Here we are getting V0 dash. This one is V0 dash. You need to remember this is the V0 dash. This is the plus V saturation plus V saturation. This is the minus V saturation. Minus V saturation. Here 0. Okay, if you connect this output signal to inverting input terminal of A2, then what is the V0 value? Minus VRAM, positive VRAM to negative VRAM. Here we are getting positive VRAM. So from here to we are getting the output value. This is the negative VRAM, right? Minus VRAM. Okay, so this is the T1, T2. This is T by 2 actually. This is T by 2. So this is T by 2. T by 2 is equals to T, right? Or you need to call 1 full cycle means T1. Okay, this total is T1. This is T2. Assume that second full cycle. Assume that T2. Okay, now so this is the V0 actually. Up to now clear? Now we need to discuss the operation. So up to this diagram, I think you don't have any doubt. Is it clear? Yes or no? Coming to operation, let us consider that output of the comparator, the first op-amp A1 will act as a comparator. We already discussed in the previous statements what we discussed in the Saturday's class. So let us consider that the output of the first op-amp or comparator A1 is, the output of the comparator A1 is 8 plus V saturation, 8 plus V saturation. The plus V saturation or positive V saturation is an input. The positive V saturation is an input to the integrator A2. A1 will act as a comparator, A2 will act as an integrator. Okay, so the comparator output is connecting to input of integrator A2. So the output of the A2, the output of the A2, the output of the A2, the output of the A2 is negative going ramp. The output of the A2 is negative going ramp. Thus, 1.5 voltage, 1.5 voltage, 1.5 voltage divider R2 R3 is at positive saturation plus V sat. You need to see that here we have a voltage divider. R2 R3 will act as a voltage divider. So that output of the A2, the output of the A2 is negative going ramp. Thus one end of voltage divider, here you need to see one end of voltage divider R2 R3 is at positive saturation V short of A1 and other is negative going ramp of A2 and the other is negative going ramp of A2. Don't confuse, just you need to see that from the diagram only I am saying all these statements. Here the output of A2 is negative going, see here, negative going ramp. That's the one end of the voltage. So the other, this is the negative going ramp and this one is, you need to see that that's the one end of the voltage divider R2 R3 is at positive saturation, right? Positive saturation of A1 and other is negative going ramp of A2. You need to see that from this expected waveform. See, here we have a C. One end of voltage divider R2 R3 is a positive saturation plus B sat. So the another is negative going ramp of A2. So at time t is equals to T1, at time t is equals to T1, when negative going ramp attains certain value minus V ramp. At a time T1, when negative going ramp, you need to assume that this is the T1. This is the T2. So at time T1, when negative going ramp attains certain value of minus VRAM, the effective voltage at point P is slightly less than or hence the output of A1 will switch from positive saturation to negative saturation. At time T1, when negative going ramp attains a certain value of VRAM, the effective voltage at point P is slightly less than or hence output of A1 will switches from positive V saturation to negative V saturation. So during the time when output of A1 is minus V saturation, let us assume that during the time when the output of A1 is at negative V saturation, the output of the A2, so what will happen? You need to see here. If the output of A1 is a negative V saturation, here we have negative V saturation. What will happen? The A2 value will be increases. See, the value will be increased like this. Here, if you have a positive V saturation at A1, what will happen? The A2 value will be decreases to minus VRAM. But if the A1 value will be minus V saturation, the output of the A2 will be increases up to plus VRAM. That only I am saying here. During the time when the op-amp of A1 is minus V saturation, the output of the A2 increases in positive direction until it reaches to positive VRAM. So from this expected waveform, here if we have a minus V saturation, what will happen? The A2 value will be increases up to the value will be reaches to positive VRAM. Once if it will be reaches to positive V saturation, what will happen? Again that value will be decreases to minus VRAM. So at time T1, what will happen? The minus, if we have A1 will be having the minus V saturation, the A2 value will be increases in positive direction until it reaches to plus VRAM. At time T2, what is going on in the expected waveform? At time T2, the voltage at point P, voltage divider P is slightly more than 0 volts. Hence, the output of the A1 will switches from negative saturation minus V sat to positive saturation plus V saturation. See, here what will happen? The T2 value here, you need to see that. Here the A1 value will reaches to plus V saturation to minus V saturation. A1 value, this is the A1 output is V0 dash. A2 output is V0. Okay. So the A1 value will start from positive V saturation to minus V saturation. Minus V saturation to positive V saturation. Here at T2, what will happen? The voltage at point P is slightly more than 0 volts. Hence, the output of A1 will switches from negative saturation to positive saturation. Negative saturation to positive saturation. So the cycle will repeats and generate a triangular waveform. So this cycle will be, or that statements T1 and T2 statements will be repeatedly going on. Then it will generate a triangular waveform. Here the frequencies of a square wave, and triangular wave are the same. Here we have a 2, right? Square wave we are getting at Schmidt-Traeger side, and triangular we are getting from integrator circuit. So those circuits frequency is same. There is no change in the frequency. There is no change in the frequency. So the amplitude of a triangular wave, coming to amplitude, whatever we are discussing here, plus V saturation or minus V saturation, plus V ramp or minus V ramp, that the amplitude of the triangular wave depends upon RC value of integrator A2, the amplitude of the triangular wave. So where we are getting triangular wave? At the output terminal of integrator. So which will be depends upon RC values of integrator A2 and the output voltage level of A1 and the output voltage of A1. So the amplitude of the triangular wave will depends upon the RC values of integrator A2 and output level of A1. Output voltage level of A1. So the desired amplitude, the desired output signal amplitude can be set by using appropriate GNRs. Okay, this is the main operation from the less number of using less number of components, how to design the triangular waveform generator. Coming to the frequency of a triangular wave, you need to find out the frequency of a triangular waveform. Frequency of the triangular waveform you need to find out. Up to now clear? I think you don't have any doubt regarding this. Okay, now we need to derive the expression for frequency of triangular waveform generator. Put a heading frequency of triangular wave or triangular waveform generator. Frequency of triangular wave. When output of a comparator A1 is plus V saturation, when the output of a comparator A1 is plus V saturation, and the output of integrator A2 decreases. If we have a output of A1 is plus V saturation, the output of integrator will be decreases until it reaches to minus V ramp. If the A2 will be reaches minus V ramp, what will happen at this time? T is equals to T1 and the output of A1 switches from plus V saturation to minus V saturation. So the output of the A1 will switches from plus V saturation to minus V saturation. Plus V saturation to minus V saturation. Then the voltage at point P is 0 volts. Assume that the voltage at point P is equals to 0. We have a voltage divider, right? R2 and R3. So at that point, voltage at point P is equal to 0. Then here you need to see that minus V ramp is developed across the R2 resistor and plus V saturation is developed across the R3 resistor. Okay, at the R2 resistor minus V ramp is developed. Minus V ramp is developed at R2 resistor. At R3 resistor plus V saturation is developed. plus V saturation is developed. Therefore, at point P, what is the voltage? Voltage divider rule. You need to apply that. Vp is equals to plus V saturation plus V saturation. If you have plus V saturation, what will get here? R2 by R1 plus R2 minus VRAM R3 by sorry, here this is the R3, R2, R3, right? R2 plus R3. So at point P, the voltage drop across the point P is Vp is equals to plus V saturation into R2 by R3 plus R2 minus VR R ramp into R3 by R2 plus R3. Okay. I think you know it. At point P, voltage drop across the point P is equal to 0 volts. Substitute that 0 in this equation. If you substitute 0, what will get it here? Instead of here, if you substitute 0 voltage, what will happen? What will get it here? What will get it? Tell me. What will get it here? VRAM minus VRAM by R2 equals to plus V saturation by R3. Therefore, minus VRAM is equals to minus VRAM is equals to R2 by R3 into plus V saturation. You need to do the simplification for this equation. Then you will get it that. You need to do the simplification for this. If you do the simplification for this, if you substitute the 0 here instead of Vp, then you will get it this. Minus V ramp is equals to minus R2 by R3 into plus V saturation. Plus V saturation. Shall I close this slide? When output of comparator A1 is the negative V saturation. Up to now we discussed positive V saturation. If the A1 value is V saturation and A2 is the minus V ramp. Now we need to assume that if we have A1 is negative V saturation, A2 is positive V ramp. Positive V ramp. Then what will happen? The VRAM will be getting across the R2 resistor. VRAM will be getting, positive VRAM will be getting now. Positive VRAM will be getting from across the R2 minus V saturation across the R3. Then what will happen? The A1 will be switches from minus V saturation to positive V saturation. A1 will be switches from minus V saturation to positive V saturation, and A2 will be switches from positive VRAM to negative VRAM. Then Vp is equals to Vp is equals to, write on the equation, minus V saturation into R2 by R1 plus R2 plus VRAM into R3 by R2 plus R3. This is the R3, this is the R2. Okay, now we need to simplify the expression. Here we are getting plus VRAM by R2 equals to minus V saturation by R3. R plus VRAM is equals to minus R2 by R3 into minus V saturation. R plus VRAM minus R2 by R1 minus saturation. So this is the expression. Okay, so these two expressions are for only positive or negative half cycle. Previous one for one half cycle, this one is for one more half cycle. So if you want to calculate peak to peak amplitude, of the triangular waveform, if you want to calculate the peak to peak amplitude of the triangular waveform is, if you want to calculate the peak to peak voltage of triangular waveform is, now I am going to closing this. Peak to peak amplitude of the triangular waveform is V naught peak to peak, V naught peak to peak, PP means peak to peak, V naught peak to peak is equals to plus VRAM minus minus VRAM. This is the peak to peak amplitude of the triangular waveform. We know it, plus VRAM is equals to minus R2 by R3 into plus V saturation. minus VRAMP is equals to minus R2 by R3. This is the minus V saturation, right? Okay, fine. Into here plus V saturation. Then that equals to, see, this minus will be going to positive, right? Minus into minus plus. Okay, this is minus into plus. Then what will happen? Here we are getting R2 by R3 into VSAT. This is also going to plus R2 by R3 VSAT. And then that equals to 2 R2 by R3 V saturation. This we are getting here. Okay. This is the output voltage for peak to peak. This is the peak to peak amplitude of the triangular waveform. Or in it, write this is the plus V saturation is equals to, sometimes maybe you will have a positive V saturation, or sometimes you will have negative V saturation. Okay. This is the peak to peak amplitude of a triangular waveform. You need to remember V out PP is equals to 2R2 by R3 into V saturation. Into V saturation. Then you need to find out the amplitude of triangular wave value will be decreases with an increment the time taken for output of switches from minus VRAM to positive VRAM. So here you need to take only half of the time period of one full cycle. Okay, substituting these values in the basic integrator equation. You need to substitute the values in the basic integrator. Output voltage V0 is equals to, what is the integrator output voltage? V0 is equals to minus 1 by RC integral VI into dt. You need to remember integrator output voltage equation, minus 1 by RC integral VI into dt. So here the output voltage or amplitude for peak to peak output amplitude of the circuit is equals to, you need to take time period only half, T by 2 only, you need to take half of the time period. So minus 1 by RC, here the RC is nothing but R1 C1 integral 0 T by 2 time period, you need to take only half of the time period into, here input voltage is, let us assume that is a minus V saturation, minus V sat, minus V sat into dt. Okay, I need to simplify the expression, minus minus here we have minus, here we have minus, right? Minus V sat by R1 C1 integral 0 to T by 2 1 into dt. Then here minus minus will be going to cancel. Then here you are getting B sat by R1 C1 into T by 2 only. And then that equals to here you have, this is a V naught peak to peak. Then T equals to 2 R1 C1. You need to send this to that side. 2 R1 C1 into V naught peak to peak. V naught peak to peak divided by V saturation. V naught peak to peak divided by V saturation. So this is the time period T. Substituting V naught PPP value in this equation. You have V naught PPP value, right? 2 R2 by R3. 2 R2 by R3 into V saturation. You have that value, right? Instead of these, sorry, this V naught PPT, substitute 2 R2 by, you need to write it separately. I am writing here only, but you need to write separately. 2 R2 by R3 into V saturation. I am writing here only. You need to write separately. In a separate line, you need to write. Instead of V naught PPP, you need to substitute this. Or else I'll take one more this and I'll write T is equals to, okay, 2 R1 C1 into, instead of V naught PPP, you need to write 2 R3 into V star divided by V sat. This is, these two V sats will be going to cancel. Then what will get it here? Simplify that expression. 4 R1 C1 R2 by R3. This is the T1. Let us assume that, or you know it, F is equals to, frequency F is equals to 1 by T, right? That equals to R3 by R1 R2 C1. So this is the frequency for triangular wave. This is the frequency for triangular wave. I think up to now we don't have any doubt, right? Please respond. You don't have any doubt for derivation of frequency of a triangular wave. You don't have any doubt, right?
Yes, sir.